Imagine your dog freezing the moment your hand closes around your keys. That pause feels small, yet it opens a view into one of the strongest bonds any species created with humans. Pacing, whining, standing guard at the door. Your dog sends messages, not trouble. You already belong to a small group of owners who sense that. By the end of this video, you'll read those signals with confidence. If you enjoy understanding that bright mind, tap like and subscribe and join our pack. Let's move into the moment you step out. Chapter 1. The moment of departure. What fires inside the dog brain? Your dog fires a chain reaction inside the brain before your hand even reaches the doorknob. That shift connects straight to the moment you step out, and you've seen signs of it in your home. Keys create sound patterns. Your dog links with separation. Door movement adds more signals. Even the air changes when your scent starts to fade. Neuroscientists note a cortisol rise in many dogs during this phase. Cortisol works as a stress hormone that prepares the body for a challenge. Some dogs hold all of that inside and move with stiff focus. Others send big messages through pacing or vocal bursts. Breed history shapes this first wave. A border collie scans for tasks because people shaped that instinct through generations of work. A Shih Tzu leans toward connection because people bred them for close companionship. Owners often mention that late mornings feel tense. Their dog watches every gesture with sharp focus. That focus builds from this early brain shift. Think back to your dog's goodbye pattern and the signals you've noticed. Those small signals point us toward an even more intense window in the minutes that follow. Chapter 2. The first 10 minutes. The most important window. A sound like a held breath fills those minutes that follow. Picture your dog standing in the center of the room, frozen between protest and routine, unsure which path to follow. That moment captures the start of the 10-minute spike scientists track in studies on separation responses. Researchers see confusion in this window, along with tension in muscles and sharper breathing patterns. Your dog sorts signals during this phase and searches for a pattern that feels safe. Owners often imagine long hours of distress. Most early recordings from household cameras show a different picture. Dogs cry, circle, or scratch for a short burst. Routine recognition forms next and shifts the body toward calmer patterns. Mild anxiety brings short pacing. Separation distress brings louder vocal bursts. Panic creates destructive focus and a tight frame in the body. Frustration comes from blocked access, while abandonment fear grows from past experiences. You can picture this. Your dog sends that first wave, then slows. The body settles when the mind accepts the new rhythm of the home. That rhythm leads us toward the puzzle of time itself, because your dog reads absence through senses instead of clocks. Chapter 3. How dogs perceive time and why this matters. I used to assume my dog tracked time the way I did, and that mistake shaped many confusing moments in my home. Your dog leans on senses instead of minutes, and that pattern grows stronger the longer you stay out. Light shifts guide part of that sense. Kitchen sounds from neighbors add more clues. A study from psychologist Therese Wren shows scent decay plays a major role. Your scent fades at a steady rate after you leave, and your dog reads that fade like a timer. The nose creates structure where clocks never existed. Some dogs relax once that scent falls to a familiar level. Others grow tense when your pattern changes. Owners describe smooth work days and stressful, short errands. The dog expects a longer fade during work hours. Quick departures break that pattern and create sharper questions in the dog's mind. You can picture the scene. Your dog settles during longer gaps, because the scent follows a known arc. Short gaps feel strange and louder. That strange edge nudges us toward the quieter moments that happen once your dog reaches full calm at home. Chapter 4. What your dog does after they settle. A quiet patrol begins once your dog reaches that calm point, even if you never see it. The shift comes from the same rhythm you noticed in the scent fade, and it guides your dog into a steady pattern. Dogs move through 3 common stages during this phase. First, the house check. They walk the rooms, gather scent clues, and confirm nothing changed. Second, the rest cycles. Muscles soften, breathing evens, and the body saves energy. Third, the alert spikes. A car door or hallway step pulls the head up for a moment before calm returns. Breed history shapes these patterns. Guardian breeds hold longer watch periods because people shaped them for home protection. Lounger breeds drift towards soft rest once the early spike fades. Even anxious dogs enter these cycles when the body runs out of tension, and that shift marks emotional recovery instead of laziness. Owners who add puzzle feeders or training games before leaving give the mind enough engagement to reach this phase faster. Picture your dog finding that rhythm: a soft nap, a slow stretch, a small ear twitch. Those scenes set the stage for the moment when your return transforms all that quiet energy into something brighter. Chapter 5. The Reunion. What's actually going on when you come home? Picture your dog launching toward you with the energy of 10 stored greetings combined into one. That burst grows from the quiet rhythm of the house you imagined earlier, and the shift from stillness to motion begins the moment your key touches the lock. The brain releases dopamine during this phase. Neurobiologist Gregory Burns measured that rise in imaging studies, and the surge fuels the wiggles, zooms, and toy deliveries many owners know well. Dopamine strengthens social bonds, so your dog uses movement to pull you back into the shared world both of you built over years. Some dogs greet with subtle cues. A slow tail sweep signals relief. A lean against your leg signals trust. Soft eyes signal comfort. Other dogs greet with frantic motion, and that pattern grows from tension rather than affection. A calm golden retriever may hold a loose body frame, while a terrier with a long worry history may sprint in circles until the breathing deepens and the mind settles. Your dog pulls you into this moment with intention. That moment raises a question many owners hold in silence, and it leads us toward the myths that once confused those same signals. Chapter 6. Common myths about dogs and being left alone. A strange belief hangs in many homes. People think a dog's guilty look reveals a hidden confession. That belief shapes reactions to chewed pillows and tipped trash cans. Yet the look grows from human emotion, not dog reasoning. Your return shapes that expression. Researchers like Alexandra Horowitz showed that dogs form those faces when they sense tension in you, not awareness of a rule break. Owners hear another belief about plingy breeds. People claim they feel worry by default. Breeders shape those dogs for closeness, yet closeness doesn't equal distress. A clingy dog may hold steady confidence during long gaps, because the early routine feels familiar. Some owners point toward a resting body or a half-filled food bowl and assume comfort. Dogs can eat while holding worry. Dogs can sleep while holding leftover tension. The body rests because the brain saves energy, not because the emotions dissolve. Goodbyes confuse many households. Some trainers warn owners to avoid them. Soft structure works better. A calm, consistent ritual builds stability in the dog. These myths shape daily choices in subtle ways. The next step moves toward practices that shift those choices into support the dog can feel the moment you step out. Chapter 7. What you can do to improve your dog's emotional experience. Imagine your dog standing at the door with a tiny suitcase. The image sounds absurd, yet it captures a truth you feel every day. Your dog prepares for your departure long before the knob turns. That moment connects with the myths we untangled earlier, an open space for small choices that shift the mood inside your home. A predictable routine builds that shift. A simple pattern like shoes on, lights off, cue phrase spoken in the same tone gives your dog something solid to follow. Trainers who study separation patterns often start with structure before anything else. Owners who add mental work before leaving see calmer transitions. A sniff walk, a short shaping game, or a food puzzle burns tension and guides the body toward rest. Scent comfort supports the next stage. A worn shirt in a safe spot gives the nose a bridge to you. Short practice departures train the brain to handle the real ones. Step out, pause, return, repeat until the body softens instead of tightening. Professional help enters the picture when panic replaces protest. Picture one shift you can try today. That single change turns the next departure into something smoother, which points us toward the final reflection on this bond. You hold the rare role of being the center of an entire world. That sense grew through every moment we explored, from the early tension at the door to the bright rush of reunion in your hallway. Your dog processes your absence through scent, sound, movement, and trust built through shared years. Owners in this community notice those patterns and shape choices that strengthen the connection instead of guessing in the dark. Your dog builds a rhythm in your absence, adapts to your routines, and pours emotion into your return. That cycle shows how much this bond matters. Researchers measure hormones and behavior, yet you feel the meaning in every lean, tail sweep, and spark in the eyes that greet you. Share your scenes with the rest of us. Tell us what your dog does when you leave, and how the greeting unfolds when you step back inside. Moments like those bring this community together and help owners recognize versions of their own story. If you want more breakdowns of the mind behind the pause, tap subscribe and stay with our pack. You walk through the world as someone's favorite person, and that role shapes every step you take outside your door.